Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Goat King back with another PSN profile review. If you like these reviews, remember to like and subscribe down below. And if you want to be featured on a review yourself, leave your PSN username in the comments down below and I will add you to the list. Today we are reviewing Dreggit, level 21 profile with 68 platinum trophies. Let's see what you got, Dragon. First off, 88 games played, 84 completed with a very impressive 98% completion. So that's Dragon. That's leaving you not in the trophy hunter category, in the completionist category. That like so that is fantastic. That's one of the better numbers I've seen. Generally, when I'm looking through these profiles for reviews, I'm seeing numbers uh, in around the 80s. Some make it in the 90s, but that is almost complete. You're only having completed 4 games that you played. The number of games you played is a little on the lighter side of what I've seen, but that's okay because we're gonna take a look. Because if you play some more of the rare games, it's not that's okay that you're not playing as many because you're playing harder games. So we're gonna take a look down below, see what you got. First off, a Knight's Tale Final Fantasy 15. That's a little side game that was released with Final Fantasy 15. It's a short game. I found it a little challenging when my friend played it. Good 13 trophies. Only 7% completion among people, so very, very good. Axiom Verge. Uh, that's if I remember correctly, it's a platformer. Kind of reminds me a bit of Metroid. Uh, very impressive. 4% an ultra rare platinum. So great work on that one. Uh, Bloodborne platinum and completed 100%. Fantastic. That's I've never got into like the RPGs that are like the uber hard Dark Souls games, but I always like when I see that the people that are beating them and completing them. So you did that one fantastic. All right, you got your Borderlands games. Looks like they're all for the PS4, so you probably got the Handsome Jack collection or whatever it is. All platinumed, and even more impressive, all 100% completed. So that's fantastic. You got the pre-sequel 100% in platinum. That's fantastic as well. The only one I don't know if you have, it might be further down on your list, would be Tales from Borderlands from Telltale. Uh, I don't think you can get that anymore with them filing bankruptcy. It might not be your cup of tea anyway, because it looks like you're all into the platformers and shooters and RPGs, so it might not have been your cup of tea. But, you got all the main games, so your Borderlands stack, very nice. Uh, Bubsy, the Woolly Strikes Back. This is a game I don't know much about, but it's indie title. Uh, you got a good 11 trophies out of 2 hours on it. 100%, no platinum on it, but that's still fantastic. Uh, Celeste, that's another platformer if I remember correctly. Uh, Platinum, a little on the more common side, but still, great job. All right, you got the Crash Bandicoot series. You got the original. All these are all for the PS4 releases, and very good. I remember playing the original Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation One, and it was okay. It wasn't among my favorite games, but I need to go back and get the series for myself and replay through them. But you got all the platinums here. And you 100 complete percent complete the first one. Got the platinum on the second one, and 100% and the platinum on the third one, Warped. The only game in that franchise left would be the racing ones. I don't know if you're into racing games, but if you wanted to uh, up the stack a little more, pick up Crash Team Racing, and then add another game into that nice stack right there. All right, one of the 4 games you haven't completed, Crypt of the Necrodancer. Necrodancer is a ridiculously hard game. It's like one part dungeon crawler, one part rhythm game, and like your character can only move with the beat. I'd recommend going onto YouTube, looking at the gameplay. I mean, it looks simple enough, but in practice, it is anything but. So, this is a game that Dreggit says that they've been working on. So, throughout the years. So every once in a while, I guess when you're taking a break from a game or a game you need a break from a game every once in a while. I know I do. Uh, that he'll go play. So that's good to have, good strategy. So Dragon, keep plugging away at this. It looks like you're halfway there. You haven't picked up a new trophy since March, but you're still sticking with it, from what you told me. So keep up the good work on that. And if you do get at least, even if you just get the platinum and not the 100% on it, that's fantastic because it's a ultra super rare or super ultra rare trophy with only 0.03 people having it. Same thing with the 100%. So keep plugging away at that. You'll be that'd be a very impressive trophy to have in your collection. All right, you got your Dark Souls series. Very impressive. I've said it before. I've never been that much into like Dark Souls and the uber hard dark uh, RPGs like that, but you've gone through all of them. You made pretty good time on them too. Beating the remastered version in 2 weeks, the second one in 1 week, and the third one in 3 weeks. So that is fantastic. You've gotten all three. Well, you got the platinum, 100%. There's no DLC for them that has trophies, so you're all good on the Dark Souls. Very impressive. All right, Darksiders War Master Edition. That's the remastered version of the first Darksiders game. It's one that I've been looking to get my hands on for a while. You got the platinum on it, fantastic. You haven't played the second or the third one. Uh, I'd recommend picking up the second one. Third one I haven't played myself, but if you want to create a nice stack of Darksiders games, pick those up. You'd have no problem getting the platinum from with the amount of skill your profile has shown thus far. So pick those up and add on to that stack a little. Divinity Original Sin. It's another whatchamacallit RPG. Originally was on I played this on Steam. Actually, I played Original Sin 2 on Steam. Very good game. Very rare platinum on this one, so fantastic job on that. And just like with Darksiders, if you got Divinity Original Sin, try picking up Original Sin 2. We'll add another platinum on there. Look fantastic. You having the Original Sin and Original Sin 2 on there. Dragon Quest Builders. I'm not familiar with this one, actually. I'm familiar with Dragon Quest, the RPG series itself, but I'm not familiar with Builders. But you got the platinum on it, multi-platform, so I'm not sure what you were... Look, you're probably playing this on the PS4, because it looks like most of your games are on the PS4. Well, good job on that one. And then look, oh, you got a fantastic uh, Final Fantasies stack here. It looks like you've played, let's see, you played 7, the 7 remake, very nice. You beat the original or the remastered edition in only 5 days. That is ridiculous. Because Final Fantasy VII is a long, long game, and you managed to do it in 5 days. Well, that's just getting the platinum, so it's not like you've done everything. You've done
Mm-hmm.
at least what you need to get the platinum. But fantastic job on that. So that's one that I'm gonna get to, and then you got 8 and 9 on here, both fantastic games in the series. Very happy about 9. Most people just go for 7. I wouldn't say a lot of people skip over it, but a lot of people don't get the platinum for it, which you have, so that is fantastic. You have 10 and 10.2 HD. Those were released together as an HD remastered. I have the PS3 version myself. Uh, 10 can be a pain in the neck. The hardest one trophy for me on this one is always there's this mini game that you need to play to get the ultimate weapons, and I think for Lulu's you have to like go to the Thunder Plains and like dodge lightning 200 times, and I managed it on the PS2 on the original version when it came out, but on the PS3 version I haven't been able to do it yet. I'm gonna go back one day and do it, but that one is super crazy hard, or at least that one was for me. And what, like I said, another impressive platinum. Very rare, awesome job. And then you got 10-2, which is even harder to get. That's more on getting the 100% because there's little tiny things that you miss. And if you miss them, you don't get the 100% ending, and then you have to do a whole new playthrough. Uh, then you have to collect all the dress spheres. Very impressive. Very happy to see that. Zodiac Age. That's one that I had on my profile. I haven't platinumed it yet, but you have. Fantastic job on that one. It took you a month to do. Great job. You got the entire 13 saga, which is impressive. 13 or the 13 games aren't my favorite installments, but uh, you did a fantastic job getting all the platinums. I remember 13 when my brother played it. Uh, it being a bit of a grind. Uh, 2, I don't remember much of 2. I never got my hands on that one. I remember Lightning Returns though, that one having more of a time management thing to it. So the fact that you got those all is fantastic. Uh, Final Fantasy 14, Realm Reborn. That's the MMO online version of Final Fantasy. So that is crazy good. That's investing some good time and maybe some money into that. Uh, Now, it looks like for yeah, you were probably doing that on the PS4. You got the ultra rare platinum on it. Fantastic job. Don't see a lot of other MMOs on your profile so far, so you were probably getting this for being a Final Fantasy game, and that is fantastic. Building that stack. You got Final Fantasy 15. You got the original and the pocket version. Uh, Both good platinums. You got the 100% on 15, which is even more impressive because you can't do it now because I think there was online that you can't get now. Uh, you got all the DLC for it, which was probably explaining the year thing, waiting for stuff to release. The multiplayer comrades too, which is good. That you got Forma 8 on here. Forma 8. That is, why do I have that highlighted? Weird. It's another platformer. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like Limbo, but it's like a sci-fi Limbo. Uh, so I haven't played it myself, but it looks interesting enough. You completed it in a day. Very impressive 12% platinum there. Uh, Fantastic. Uh, I'm not. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. Very impressive 100% completion. 66%, 0.66%, 100%. Very impressive. You got one, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the remaster for the PS4. Uh, that is fantastic. That's another childhood game of mine that I remember playing on the PS2. Don't have any other Grand Theft Auto titles on there. I'd recommend picking up, like, maybe if you wanted a similar experience, Vice City or something like that. But the fact that you got San Andreas is fantastic. A very good platinum there. Uh, you got Hugh. Uh, I don't know much about any of these games here that are 100%. I've never been much into indie games or stuff like that, but you've gotten them. So for Hugh, Incoclast and King Onball, very good, 100% on all of them. Uh, and they're very rare, 100%. It's only 2, 4%. Hugh is 15, a little more on the more common side for your profile, but still very rare in amongst others. Uh, you got your Final Fantasy game, or not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. It's because they have Final Fantasy games in there, but other our characters in there. But you got a very impressive stack. I think you got all the games in here. You got one, two, three. It looks like you're at 84% for three, so you just haven't touched the DLC yet. But you'd have no problem getting that. So go pick up the DLC for that and just change that A rank to an S and just complete the stack here. But that is utterly fantastic that you have all the platinum for the Kingdom Hearts games. Are you missing any though? I think you might be missing like 356 by like 2 days, or and maybe the real releases came with like little storybook games, which just went over the events of them, which were like an easy 6 trophies. But you aren't missing much by having those. In fact, you got Birds by Sleep 100%, Dreamed Out. It's just fantastic what you got there. That and your Final Fantasy stack, I'm really happy to see because I like the Final Fantasy and the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I don't care what anyone says about it being convoluted, but fantastic that you got all the platinums on there. Uh, La Milana and La Milana 2 and La Milana EX. La Milana, that's a little game I know a little about. It's another platformer. It kind of reminds me of the early Mega Man games, and with a little like Castlevania aesthetic. And for some reason, your character is dressed like Indiana Jones. I think you're kind of like a treasure hunter. So they're not easy by any means necessary. But you've gotten them. You got them in. These are very rare platinums, and you're getting them in like 3 and 4 days. That is very impressive. Um, Great job on those. Letter Quest Remastered, very good. This is one that I have on my trophy list as well. Uh, if you're into Scrabbler stuff like that, it should be a fun time for you. But if you just want to get the platinums, I mean, you could just use an online like Scrabble generator. I mean, it takes off the spirit of it. But you've gotten this one, so you did fantastic. Excuse me. You got Big Planet 3 on here. Very, very good. I never got into the little Big Planet games. I think I may have played the first one when the PS3 first came out. Um, I've never been into that much, but I'm never into platforms that much. But you are, and you've got the Platinum and the 100%. Very impressive, very nice. Wrath of the White Witch. You're working on that right now. with your skill that you've shown on your profile, this should be a very easy platinum for you. It may take some time, but you got it. So keep up the good work on that. I look forward to seeing that completed from you. Okami HD, very good. Owlboy, Ratchet and Clank. You only have one Ratchet and Clank on here. They're a little on the easier side, but I'd recommend picking them up. It looks like you're into the platformers. So go pick those up, add a few more platinums onto your profile, uh, and just add on to that game stack a bit. Resident Evil 4, PS4. Very good, 100%. No platinum on it, but that's just how the game is. Rhyme, that's a puzzle game. It's like a first person puzzle game. This is one I've been looking to get my hands on myself. Not that hard, but still a very fun game. Uh, Runners 2, Fight Legend of Rhythm Alien. Uh, this game, it's how to describe it. It kind of like reminds me of like the running sections in oh what the I can't even remember the name of it, but it's just a very basic left to right. Oh, I know what it reminds me of. If you ever had your internet go out, you have that little dinosaur jumping game where you press space and it jumps over like the cactuses. It's kind of like that. But you've got this, you got the 100% on it with a 5% completion rate, so that is fantastic. I wish I could give you more advice on these, but honestly, Dreggit, your profile is solid. I mean, yeah, 100 complete heated everything, so there's not really a lot for me to give advice on here. Uh, just go over the games. You got Runner 3, and then you got the Shantae series. Very good. Let's see, Shovel Knight, Treasure Trove. Maybe get the original Treasure Knight if it's on sale. Fantastic. Spy Hunter for the Vita. I haven't seen a lot of Vita games on your profile, but you got this one for the Vita. Uh, so very good job on that. Maybe pick up some more Vita games. You got Spyro series, fantastic. Dreggit shared with me that Spyro was one of the first games that he ever completed on the PS1. I like that personally because if you watch my own video, I mentioned that Spyro was one of the first games I played on the PS1. So that's one of those games that I think a lot of people have that reaction to because it was one of the first games on the PS1 that people gravitated to. So you played the entire Spyro series, and looks like this. You took a break from the second one, but you went back and finished it. So that's great. You got all three, and a good job on that. You got Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2, 100% and completed. Star Wars Battlefront 2, if you're a PS Plus user, that was one of their free games for June. So I'd recommend go picking that up now and see if you complete it. Can complete it like Dreggit did. So very good on those. You got Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Jedi Starfighter, and Racer Revenge. All fantastic. Very hard to complete, but you have done it. Uh, Very good. And actually, I think you've written the guides for some of these. If you look up here, Dreggit has written some guides for, yeah, Starfighter and Racer Revenge, and a guide to writing guides. So if any of you are out there watching this are like, I want to write a guide for my favorite game, check out Dreggit's guide to write a guide. Become a guide writer. Always help out the community of gamers. So thank you for writing those guides and a fantastic job on the Star Wars games. Uh, Maybe pick up if you like Star Wars like as a franchise. Pick up Fallen Order. I liked it. It's a RPG. You shouldn't have any trouble finishing it with your level of skill. You got Super Meat Boy. Very fantastic. This is the rarest platinum and some of the rarest trophies in your collection. This is another game that Dreggit told me that it's one of those games that he goes back to uh, or went back to over the years, like whenever he was taking a break from his game or whatever main game he was playing. This would be one he'd be practicing on nonstop, and that paid off because it's giving you your rarest platinum. It's fantastic that you have it, and good job. Super Star Wars, yeah, another your Star Wars stack, fantastic. The bit trip. Oh, that's what I was thinking of when I was talking about a runner. That's the one that's like the one the dinosaur jumpy game, but fantastic. You got that. Very ultra rare platinum. Good job. Last of Us remastered. So good job on that. I guess you're gonna get The Last of Us Part 2 at some point. I look forward to seeing that on here. The Witness. That's another puzzle game. Uh, I remember this one. It has a really hard final puzzle where you have to like beat the puzzle before like a music box stops playing. So you got 7 minutes to complete the entire puzzle. But it's like procedurally generated each time you do the puzzle, so it's very hard to do. Uh, Not too hard, I mean, but you got it. It's fantastic. Another good trophy on your profile. You got your Uncharted series. Fantastic. You're missing a trophy on Thief's End. Let's see what you're missing on there. Uh, so, yeah, you got all these. Alright, so you're missing. Okay, you're missing the two ultra rares on survival mode. So that's hard to hold it because survival modes are always hard, but I think you can do it. So go back, see if you can get those. If you can't, no big deal. Because, like I said, that's only one of 4 games that you haven't completed, and one of those games is a game you're working on. The other one's DLC for Kingdom Hearts, and the other one's for Necrodancer. So just keep working on those, and like I said, if you get the 100% on any, like if you get your profile to 100%, that would be amazing. You got Welcome Park, World of Final Fantasy, fantastic. Uh, Theo Drifter, I don't know much about that one, but fantastic job on it. Then you got ukulele and the Impossible Layers. Those are like the Banjo Kazooie like games or yeah they're Banjo Kazooie clones basically. So great job on those. And that's the end of your list. It's a shorter list. And I don't have a lot to say about it because honestly, you have just done a fantastic job on your games. They're rarer platinums. You've completed them, and it's just a fantastic list. Uh, Looking at your milestones, your first trophy was from Shovel Knight. Uh, your 5,000th trophy was the Last of Us. So you got an impressive. I just can't get over how impressive your profile is, just in terms of rarity. Let's take a look at your stats right quick. Your games looks like mostly on the PS4. You don't have a lot on the PS3 or the Vita, but that might be some of your multi-platform games. So fantastic. Most of your trophies are bronze, but the points you're getting from them are all from your most of them are from your silver, gold, and platinums, which is good. What we like to see. Uh, with your platinum and stuff, it's giving you a very good 36% average. namely normal hunters have around 40 or something, but with your rare games you're getting around 96, which is fantastic. That a very impressive 98% completion is reflected in your average game completion, not just your overall completion. And obviously, with your completion, you get an S rank. So, or not still, but yeah, I mean, it's just fantastic what you're doing, Dragon. So, keep up the good work. Looking at your monthly activity, you started getting your trophy hunting in December of 15. You played a good amount of games. Then you kind of you get a good balance of periods. You're never not active. You're only I think the only times when you drop to zero are at 1 or 2 points, but that's fine. Life gets in the way with work and everything. You just keep on getting trophies, and they're rare trophies. So keep up the good work. It's a new month, so you're a little low at the moment, but you should be able to get that up to a decent amount. Uh, your trophy pile. It looked like it's a steady increase. You got a few plateaus here, but because you have been getting the rare games or rare platinums, and most of that your games are harder, like RPGs that require some time or platformers which are difficult. Uh, a few plateaus is nothing to sweat about because you're getting those rare trophies. Uh, Looks like most of the time I reset my clock to be on your time, so these are should be the times that you're actually playing. Looks like you do most of your gaming in the PM hours. You actually keep regular hours, so you're playing your games at night when you get home from work or whatever. Uh, uh, Playing before bed, and then a few in the early AM hours, but not much. But yeah, very good. Good to keep a good lifestyle and getting all your trophies when you can. You're a Monday gamer, which is a little weird because you keep normal hours. Was expecting to see a lot more towards the Saturday and Sunday, but no, you're a Monday gamer. So uh, that's fine. Keep up the good work. And let's move on to my final thoughts on your status as a trophy hunter slash completionist. So my final thoughts on Dreggit. Dreggit, you got 68 platinum trophies. That's a little on the lighter side of what I like to see in reviews, but you got a very impressive completionist streak going. You've completed 100% 84 of the 88 games you played, and of those four, you're working on Wrath of the White Witch right now. I have no doubt in my mind you'll be able to do that. You're missing the DLC from Kingdom Hearts 3. That you can get easy. And just keep up with Necrodancer. It's a pain in the neck, but with the amount of skill you've displayed, I have no doubt in my mind you should be easy. You'll get it at some point, if as long as you just stay with it, and see if you can get those last two Survivor trophies for Uncharted. I have no doubt in my mind that you might be able to get that total trophy completion of 100%. You're at 98.02% right now. You're not far off. And even if you don't have that many platinums, because most of your games are in the puzzles, platformers, and RPG genres, and you're finishing them, it has given you a good collection of ultra rare trophies. So, not that many games, but you have an impressive collection of games done. So, fantastic job. So we're at the point on the video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign you a title, because that is my right as Goat King. So, Dreggit, I hereby bequeath to you the title of Specialty Completionist. What that means, you have gone and completed your games, and you've completed a very specific set of games. They're ultra rare, and you've gone through, gotten the 100%, and that is fantastic. So keep up the good work. I look forward to seeing what you do in the future. And if you ever want to be re-reviewed sometime in the future, let me know. I'll do that for you. And if you all out there want to be reviewed yourself, leave your PSN username in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe and ring that bell if you want to get updated to when we do another review. This is Goat King. I appreciate you viewing, and I'll see you next time on a PSN user review.